Secrets that you need to know about the Heartstopper cast, Kit Connor, Joe Locke, and more. Secrets. It is undoubtedly known that every good or bad movies, there are secrets behind it. Well, welcome to the next episode of my channel. How are you, my friends? This episode, we will unlock some secrets. I know you're very excited. We will not waste time. Let's start. Are you familiar with the Netflix show Heartstopper? It is a love story that seems as if it came right off a fairy tale. And what makes this newly released show so special is its charming characters of teenage actors. But what is the cast hiding from us? We are here to spill some beans and nerve-wracking edition. Let's spill it out. Joe Locke, the person who gave life to our introverted ideal Charlie Spring. But do you know that it his first time debut, and for the audition for this role, Joe had to compete with more than 10,000 actors. And in the end, he got the part, which is what matters the most. Another interesting thing about Joe Locke is that you might not know is that he is an Instagram influencer with a pretty large following, and it might be because of how good he dresses up. Kit Connor plays the character of Nick Nelson, who apparently is the straightest guy in the school. But maybe not. However, does Kit look a bit familiar to you? Well, yes, because what you don't know is that he's been working in the film industry for over a decade now. He has gone some pretty successful movies like Rocketman, War, and Peace and Grantchester, so he isn't a newbie in the world of acting. Also, Kit doesn't post a lot about it, but he's also a musician. While you're at it, just know that Kit didn't even audition for the role of Nick, as he wanted to play Charlie, but the writer immediately saw a glimpse of Nick in him, the unsolved mystery. CORRINA Brown, aka Tara Jones, has a pretty strong character in the show, and that resembles her real-life self a lot, and she's resilient and brave. But the best thing about her is that she's good at keeping secrets. Her personal life is a mystery to her fans, and she doesn't post anything about her parents just to keep them away from the spotlight and them live a normal life. It should also be noted that CORRINA never posts anything about her love interest either. So at this point, we weren't even sure if there is one. But what most people don't know about her is that she took official acting classes and graduated from acting school about 2 years ago. She's so secretive about her life that people don't even know her birth year, which makes it even more difficult to figure out how old she really is. Not only that, is its superior's talent actress, is a professional dancer, choreographer, and researcher, so she's basically the master of all trades. Bad family times. Yasmin Fini. We are mesmerized by her charisma. What's more, totally nailed the character of Elle Arjun. But you might not know how big of a celebrity Yasmin is on TikTok. She creates content that is very inspiring and mainly resolves any subjects that being trans and a woman of color, which is absolutely amazing in these days and age. You should also know how she's a huge advocate for human rights, especially trans rights. But the thing that even her TikTok fans don't know is that she doesn't have the best relationship with her family. Her coming out story got pretty ugly, and she has hinted in a lot of her videos that she doesn't talk to a lot of her family members. Apparently, her family wasn't supportive of all her ad and supports. Apparently, her family wasn't supportive of her at all, and reports even say that she doesn't meet with her close relatives. Despite being away from her family, she did very well career-wise, and she must be proud of it. RHEA Norwood, playing a very new character of Imogen in the series that wasn't included in the novel, so it's a lot more responsibility too. A sneaky secret about RHEA's character is that she's highly favored by the writer, so much so that the author of the novel herself has revealed that her character is the best. Also, another interesting thing about her character was that she wasn't allowed to reveal being part of the show on her Instagram because the author wanted her character to be a pleasant surprise. Other than that, RHEA is also studying professional acting and has done multiple plays and a short film at just the age of 20. Her character in the show is not just glamorous but very interesting arc according to the author, and it will be revealed in the upcoming seasons. Isaac Henderson, played by Toby Donovan in the series. At the way he stood out in the series is pretty great to watch. Though he didn't have a lot of lines, he ended up becoming an absolute favorite for everyone. But the thing you should know about Toby is that this series was his debut too, and his characters was never really present in the novel. So the character was created by Netflix and he had to somehow fit into this story. He had a bit of difficulty fitting in initially, but he ended up having a lot of fun. Want to know a secret? Well, it's reported that Toby is going to have a proper character arc in the second season, and we'll see a lot of more of him in the Game of Thrones star. Sebastian. The character of our dearest Ben Hope looks really mesmerizing. But did you know that he is pretty experienced actor? In fact, his acting career started only at the age of 7. But the thing that might shock you is that this truly talented actor has a dyslexia, which is a learning disability. He doesn't even like to read, but acting is his one true love. Another interesting thing about Sebastian that most people don't really know is that he was also nominated for a British Academy Award for his role in Horrible Stories. On top of that, Sebastian CROFT starred in the world-famous series Game of Thrones, where he played the younger self of Ned Stark, which is a big achievement in itself. William Gao is the beanie-wearing version of All My Protective Homies portraying Taeyosu. He's sweet but also very fierce when it comes to his friends, but how he is in the real life. Interestingly, William Gao never appeared on a show before, and while Heartstopper was his debut, it really wasn't easy for him. Even in the audition, he had to go through 4 different rounds until he was finally selected for the role. What most people don't know is that he's good with music too, and he is even part of the local band for all we know. William Gao is pretty secretive about his life, and for now, he seems to be single, but news of him mingling with Yasmin Finney are also going viral, but you never know. Jenny Walser, playing the character of Tori Spring, who is the rebellious sister of Charlie in Heartstopper, is her first significant project, and before this, she has only worked in The Midwife, and it wasn't that big of a role. Fun fact about her, Jenny is a huge enthusiast for water sports. She's an avid reader as well, which is absolutely fantastic, and Jenny has been spotting sitting on the sparks quite a few times. So she has a love for nature too. Just like most stars on Heartstopper, Jenny is very private about her life and doesn't share a lot on social media. People are yet to know about her parents, siblings, and friends, but the filmmaker has said about Jenny that as soon as she started her audition, we knew she was going to play Tori. Darcy Olsen is also an important character in the Heartstopper novel, so it needed to be executed really well. KIZZY played it flawlessly, they're non-binary, and people are happy that the series got so much representation about the show. It's their acting debut, and it wasn't easy for them to land on such an important role. Reports reveal that while the show was filming, KIZZY was in a turmoil because they had a managed to show, and there a level of simultaneously they still did a pretty well in the show despite being under immense academic pressure, so kudos to that. Fisayo Akinda, playing the character of Mr. RHEA, really cracks us up. In some moments, he's been acting for over a decade now, but he actually wanted to be a gymnast and had no interest in acting whatsoever. He has also done some remarkable theater plays and has been part of The Tempest and Anthony and Cleopatra. The most interesting in this career is that it happened when he voiced the live-action video game Blood and Truth. So all the gamers out there, yes, it was for sure you heard in this game. Even though he's not been acting industry for so long, he's still not into the loop of millions of followers because he just isn't interested in oversharing. In fact, he doesn't even use social media and has disabled all his accounts too. CORMAC, play the character of high school delinquent in such a authentic way that it would literally remind you of your high school nightmares. CORMAC has not acted before at all, and his debut, he nailed it to the level that we might actually start hating the guy because his acting looks so genuine. He is still 17 but will turn controversies about newer stars, but he was staying away from all the buzz. He also plays rugby and soccer, and he starred in the music video too, which most people don't really know about. But what is interesting is that just at the age of 17, CORMAC has become a filmmaker, writer, director, and editor. Olivia Colman, the Oscar-winning star, played the character of Nick's mother, but what is the interesting is that even the cast of this show didn't know that Olivia Colman was going to be in the show. Obviously, she's an A-list celebrity, so she has her own protocols, but according to Nick, when she stepped out into the set for shooting, everyone's jaw literally dropped. The writer and producers were keeping it a secret. This was a surprise element for the audience in the show, and Olivia Colman wasn't even included in the cast lineup. To have this moment while watching the show, it really is interesting to see newbies and Oscar-winning actors working together. Which of these characters is your favorite from the cast? Let me know in your answer. Which of these characters is your favorite from the cast? Let us know by answer and Which of these characters is your favorite from the cast? Tell us your answer by hitting in the comments. Do not forget to subscribe for faster updates. See you next time, and thank you for watching.